So we now have to do a lot of work for not a lot of money in order not to be penalized for something we're doing now anyway. Today we're going to talk a little bit about MACRA, a new initiative passed by our federal government that mandates doctors across all specialties to attest to doing something meaningful. That's right. Your compensation will not be only tied to fee-for-service anymore, but it's going to be tied to the quality of your work. Right. What does that mean? The truth is, no one knows exactly. MACRA is very, very complex. There are very different ways that physicians can attest to their competency. And I'm not talking about medical competency. Oh no, nobody cares about that. Medicare cares about you doing meaningful work. Basically, meaningful paperwork. That's right. The things that you already do in your office, the things that you already do at hospital, the things that you already do with your patients, you now have to show our federal government that you're doing that. That's right. You have to jump through hoops to show that you're taking your patient's blood pressure, that you are checking their vitals, that you're giving them the right medications for the right conditions. Basically, you are guilty until you're proven innocent. And why do you need to do any of this? Well, because if you don't, your payments will be cut. That's right. Right now, in order to get the same payment that you're getting right now, you have to do more work. You have to show our government that you're doing something. Now, some of those things, if you're using an electronic health record, and if you're not, you probably should start. But if you have a certified electronic health record, it tracks most of those things. You just have to attest to it. But on top of that, now you have certain modules you have to do, like improvement activity, for instance, where you have to show Medicare that you're gonna be a better doctor. No, you're not gonna save patients' lives better, but you're gonna be a better pencil pusher. You will do a better job of recording things that you are going to be doing to patients. This sounds kind of stupid, because it is. There's not one single study, there's no research, there's no evidence that doing any of this improves patient care, improves outcomes, or saves money. But the federal government felt like there was a need to stop paying fee-for-service and start paying for quality, because this is the thing to do, I guess. I don't know how many physicians were consulted or how many medical groups approved this idiotic new initiative, but now we all have to do it. So now we have to take time from seeing patients, and we have to spend a lot of hours in front of computers with consultants, with various mid-level providers who tell you how to record something that we're already doing and how to show Medicare that we're already doing that. Now the upside is that if you do it, if you do a test, then your payments will not be cut and you'll be getting the same what you're getting right now. Now, all of these systems are based on the fact that somebody sucks. Why? I'll tell you why. Let's say you are doing a great job attesting to something you do. And let's say you're doing a fantastic job of telling Medicare how you're going to improve your services. And you're doing it all correctly, and I don't know how, but somehow you figured it out and you logged onto their portal, which by itself is a nightmare to do because you need to have degree in computer science, business, and economics to understand how to get an ID for Medicare to log on to their portal. But I digress. And let's say you're this doctor or provider who does it all. And let's say I am a non-compliant. And let's say I don't do anything and I don't attest. And I'm saying, you know what? I don't want to do any of this. I'm going to take a penalty. So, in the ideal world, if you did everything as far as the testing and I did nothing, in a year or 2 or 3, it's hard to understand Medicare. But in some time, you will get a bonus and I will get a cut. So, because I suck, you benefit. Now, what's going to happen if everybody sucks? Well, I don't think they thought about it, but if everybody sucks, I guess everybody doesn't get any money, right? They haven't thought about it. Now, what if everybody's great? What if everybody attests? Every single provider in this country decides, oh yeah, we're gonna go online and we're gonna spend 20 hours a month just pacifying Medicare and attesting to information we already gathered anyway. So what if everybody does it? Then who gets the bonus? I mean, who will the money be taken away from? They didn't think about it either. So we now have to do a lot of work for not a lot of money in order not to be penalized for something we're doing now anyway. What puzzles me the most is the fact that the vast majority of physicians in this country simply take it. They complain about it, they don't like it, but there's no centralized movement or there's no physician outcry about the complete idiotic nature of this business. Look, we're already busy. We're seeing patients. We're trying to improve patients' lives. We have other responsibilities. We have many certifications we have to keep up with. We have to keep up with literature, with journals. We have to do CME. Now we have to do this. So my question to you is, when are you going to say that enough is enough? Reimbursement Rx presents an event for all tri-state area resident fellows, established physicians, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants. The Financial Blueprint Seminar for Medical Professionals. It's unfortunate, but the vast majority of newly graduated medical residents and fellows do not understand the business of medicine. And worse still, most established doctors do not either. We are here to teach what residency does not, and what hospital systems and medical groups do not want you to know. June 16 through 17 at the Rant Plaza in Englewood, New Jersey. Register now online at reimbursementrx.org/seminars. There are limited seats available, so register today.